I just want to say thank you to the Rangers. If this is my last time, like, thank you to the Rangers fans. You guys have been great for me.
I don't know about you guys, but that seems like a player who knows he's about to get traded. I feel like our friend Joey Gallo, I mean, it's inevitable. He's gonna get traded. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If this is your first time on the channel, we do this every single day, so don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, as well as use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off your entire ticket order if you're going to any minor league games or big league games. We have so much to talk about. We have Fernando Tatis Jr. hitting a ball 700 feet. The Mariners, in my opinion, made one of the dumbest trades I've ever seen in my entire life, but they had maybe a play of the year candidate with their young rookie Jared Kelenic, and then we also have Aroldis Chapman versus the Tampa Bay Rays. This series could define the rest of the season for New York, so they need to grab 2 out of 3 wins, and they need to win this series. We have some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Starling Marte is heading to the Oakland Athletics in exchange for Jesus Luzardo. This is a 1-for-1 deal, so there's not going to be any prospects or money involved. Starling Marte has an almost 3 WAR on the season. He's batting almost 500 after the All-Star break. He has been a top 10 to 15 outfielder since the beginning of 2020, so he has been very good over the last season and a half. In exchange, the Marlins are getting Jesus Luzardo, a young pitcher who broke his own hand playing video games, so maybe as he matures, he's going to get better in maturity, and also he's going to pitch a whole lot better because the Marlins, they know how to pitch between Sandy Alcantara, Sixto Sanchez, you have Trevor Rogers, so many different dudes. Garrett Braxton or Braxton Garrett, they just have a bunch of different guys that can shove it. Zach Thompson, in my opinion, this is a win-win for both clubs because the A's are going for a playoff spot. Luzardo's not going to be in that picture, and Starling Marte, I mean, honestly, he's a beast. Now, before we get into the trade talk and everything like that, I do quickly want to discuss the fact that Christian Yelich and Trea Turner are both going on the COVID IL list. Now, a lot of people were thinking that Trea Turner was going to get traded to the Angels or some other team because he was taken out of the game early, but that's because Dave Martinez, the manager, had to by protocols because Trea Turner tested positive. Now, let's go ahead and talk about those two teams before we talk about the trade. So we have the Brewers facing off against the Pirates, and Omar Narvaez, he's starting off a little bit slow after becoming an all-star. It's a 2-run home run, and then Lorenzo Cain, I completely forgot that he was even in baseball because he's been out for so long. He drives in an RBI in his return, so the Brewers just got even better, and then Narvaez kickstarts a 6-run 4th inning, and I just want to say this right now. I severely underestimated the Brewers coming into the season, and they've made me a better baseball fan and YouTuber because I wasn't looking at the pitchers that they had. Between Brett Anderson throwing 6 shutout innings yesterday, Lorenzo Cain makes a sliding catch in the 7th, and then Rowdy Tellez hitting a home run to cap off a 3 RBI day. When you have to face Brandon Woodruff, Corbin Burns, and Freddie Peralta on 3 consecutive days, that is going to be a rough time in any playoff series. And when you factor in Tellez has been a monster for Milwaukee, they are not someone you want to mess with, and I appreciate that because they make me a better YouTuber because I have to look at teams a whole lot more in depth than, oh, the Brewers are just okay. No, they're really good. I should have taken note from the 2020 Rays because I also wrote them off, and a lot of people have kind of given me crap for that, so I appreciate being wrong because it makes me a better fan. So we talked about the Brewers. Now let's talk about Trea Turner's team. So he was in the lineup to begin, but he had to get taken out. Josh Bell, he smokes a 3-run home run to right field, and Juan Soto, this absolutely makes no sense to my feeble little human brain because Juan Soto, we all know, he is not human. He goes 425 feet the other way. He has 9 home runs and 22 RBIs in the month of July with 22 walks to only 14 strikeouts. He is doing Barry Bonds things in the month of July. Bryce Harper, this was a lot of fun to watch. He hits an inside the park home run in the 6th inning, and then Andrew McCutchen goes back-to-back for his 19th home run and almost has a 125 OPS plus. So between Joey Votto and Andrew McCutchen along with Buster Posey, those former superstars, they've been playing very well. Brad Hand, he converts this one. A lot of Nationals fans were saying, hey, even if Brad Hand converts every other save, we do not trust him, and I don't blame you for thinking that. So the Phillies, with this loss, they fall to 3.5 games back of first place. But I want to ask you guys, are the Nationals going to be sellers? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, one trade I did not talk about yesterday because I knew that the Yankees were going to keep on trading or trading away relief pitchers, and that happened yesterday after they acquired Clay Holmes from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yesterday, they added to the madness of of the relief situation by trading away Luis Cessa, who has been very good in 2021, and Justin Wilson, who they signed over the offseason. They were traded to the Cincinnati Reds, and then the Reds, they were not done just yet. They acquired 2.72 ERA Michael Givens from the Colorado Rockies, so the Reds are going for it. They have to bolster that bullpen, and to be honest with you, I don't think that they're going to be able to overtake the Brewers, but they can maybe make a push. So because we just talked a lot about the Yankees, let's talk about their game yesterday versus Tampa Bay. DJ LeMahieu, we all know that he is having a down season, but he drives in a run yesterday, and that continues his 36 game on base streak, so at least he's getting on base. Jordan Montgomery Monty goes 5 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts, and Gio Urshela, ever since he has left Cleveland, along with Eric Haas, both of those guys have become star talents ever since leaving Cleveland. Maybe it's just Cleveland is not the place that people want to be, which is sad because I'm a Cleveland fan. Either way, those 2 runs were huge from Urshela as Ryan Lamar hits an insurance home run for Aroldis Chapman, who strikes out Nelson Cruz for his 19th save. We all know that Nelson Cruz kind of started the downfall of Chapman the last few weeks with a walk-off home run, but in my opinion, that trade of Luis Cessa and Justin Wilson, that is clearing space, and my source, the same source that told me about Joey Gallo maybe going to the Padres, is saying, I mean, it's kind of obvious that the Yankees are clearing space for the big one. I don't know what that means. The team ahead of them in the wild card is actually the Seattle Mariners, and they have been playing fantastic baseball, so you would think the GM, Jerry Dipoto, would reward them with some excellent trades. He made one of the most confusing trades that actually angered players. I'm going to go ahead and throw a screenshot up right now. Players were saying that they felt betrayed. They were saying that the team doesn't care about winning. They completely went off on Jerry Dipoto, but Dipoto was like, hey, this is going to be the first trade of many, and if you guys missed it, they traded away their best relief pitcher. Kendall Graveman goes to the Astros, who they are currently playing, so they traded him mid-series, and again, the players were not happy, and they got Abraham Toro. The other 2 relief pitchers, they've been really bad, so Joe Smith and Rafael Montero, I'm not even going to talk about them, but Abraham Toro, he actually did something crazy yesterday. We'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, Kendall Graveman is going to the Houston Astros, and between the players being upset and Kendall Graveman kind of being blindsided, if you're an Astros fan, take a look at this guy because he just gained a fan. This guy is awesome.
It's tough. The relationships that were built to leave clubhouse staff and officers that I know in the bullpen, that's tough. I'm not going to lie. As a human, that's tough. But at the same time, in the same breath, wow, what an exciting opportunity to come here and to be a part of a winning team and a winning culture that's already been built.
So I guess Jerry Dipoto was onto something because he acquired Tyler Anderson of the Pittsburgh Pirates. This dude is such a weird pitcher. Every 5th or 6th start, he turns into one of the best pitchers in baseball, but the other 4 or 5 starts, he is horrific. So they do get a little bit better because he is going to eat and chew innings. In Seattle, they swoop in after Philly. They failed to trade for him after a prospect failed a physical because Tyler Anderson was supposed to go to the Phillies. Now let's talk about this Astros versus Mariners game. So Yordan Alvarez, you cannot change my mind. He is a top 5 hitter in all of baseball. He hits a monster home run, and then Miles Straw and Maldonado, they combined to make it 7 runs. Aledmus Diaz drives in the final run for Houston in the 5th inning, and then Jared Kelenic, who has been horrible to begin his young MLB career, he drives in 2 RBIs and then turns on super speed with an insane double play. He makes the dive and catch and fires a rocket to second base to complete the double play, and then Abraham Toro, who is just traded for Kendall Graveman, hits a 2-run pinch hit home run. So I haven't done any research, but I feel like Abraham Toro has to be the first player ever to get traded mid-series to the team that he was just playing and then hit a home run on the same day against his former team. That's got to be a first, right? Either way, Seattle, I think, is 1 game back of the wild card, so they're going to be competing with the Yankees for the rest of the year. Now, we've been talking a lot about trades, and we talked about it in the intro. Joey Gallo, it sounds like he's about to get traded. Now, one thing I do want to mention is wherever he goes, you do not want to run on my friend Cole Calhoun. What are you doing? That is a terrible idea. So he gets tossed out at second, and then Cole actually robs Jonah Heim of a double as Nate Lowe comes in clutch for the Rangers, followed up by Joey Gallo hitting home run number 25 and He is number 1 in outs above average for right fielder, so he does it with the arm, he does it with the glove. He has 6 stolen bases and hasn't been caught one time. Joey Gallo is a superstar. I'm going to say that right now. Ian Kennedy comes in after Dane Dunning allowed 2 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings. Ian Kennedy racks up his 16th save. Moving on over to the White Sox versus the Royals, Jose Abreu makes a snow cone catch in the first inning, and Gavin Sheets, he has been your mean Mercedes 2.0. He has been so good on a 430-foot home run in the 4th inning. Right before Eloy Jimenez, I'm so excited that he's back. He makes a shoestring catch in the 4th inning as Brad Keller for the Royals only allows 1 earned run in 7 innings, but the bullpen, they blow it. Eloy, not only can he do it apparently with the glove, but with the stick as well. 460 feet, he pimped it as well. After the game, he was very excited. So the White Sox win 5-3. Another close game. We have the Giants versus the Dodgers. You have Donovan Solano robbing Max Muncy in the 4th inning on a nice little sliding grab. You have Billy McKinney, I believe that's his name, or it's either Billy or Brian. You guys will let me know in the comment section down below. He has been traded, I think, 3 times this season already. He makes it 1-0 for Julio Urias, but then Buster Posey ties it up as both starters only allowed 1 earned run. And then Cody Bellinger, he must have thought that he was still playing center field because he put way too much juice. He fires this ball to your mom's house, and then Jake McGee converts his 21st save of the year. So San Francisco, they become the first team in baseball to 63 wins. They're 3 games ahead of the Dodgers, and honestly, they might be getting even better because they're in talks to get Max Scherzer from the Nationals, and Max Scherzer would give that a thumbs up because I think he has a no trade clause, and he would give a thumbs up to San Francisco. I mean, why would you not want to pitch in San Francisco? That's one of the more pitcher-friendly ballparks in all of baseball. I'd want to go there too, and they have a chance at winning it all. Adam Frazier made his San Diego debut yesterday, and he got his first base hit right before Fernando Tatis cleared everything. My younger brother was at this game, and he said he has never seen a crowd get that loud at a regular season game. Eric Hosmer, who has been in a lot of trade talks lately, he grabs a liner, and then Jake Cronenworth delivers with a 2-run single, and Manny Machado, he is one of those guys that just goes the other way so easily. Him, Juan Soto, Chris Davis back in the day when he was actually good for the Orioles, they just have easy pop to the other way. Mark Melancon gets his 31st save of the year, and San Diego, I think they're going to get better and better. They're 5.5 games back of first place. They need 1 more starter and maybe 1 more positional player because they're about to go on a run. Speaking of going on a run, I feel like Atlanta is so close to going on a run every other game, and then they just play bad baseball. Yesterday was not the case. They destroyed the Mets 12-5. Dansby Swanson drives in 2, and then Ozzie Albies continues with his extra base hits explosions. I haven't looked at the stats, but I believe he's top 5 in extra base hits. And then Abraham Almonte, he hits a 3-run tater in the 3rd inning, and Austin Riley has been a man on a mission. I have my Twitter alerts turned on, and what did John Heyman just said? The Rays are in contention for another starting pitcher. I'm hearing that's Max Scherzer as well. But let's get back to the Braves game. Austin Riley hits a 432-foot grand slam for his 18th home run, and Eichhoff of the Mets allowed 10 earned runs on 5 walks. Austin Riley wasn't done. He goes 420 feet on his 19th home run. So let me ask you guys in the comment section down below, should Atlanta be buyers or sellers, and are the Mets in trouble because I don't know, their pitching has been a little weird lately. The Reds faced off against the Cubs yesterday, and Jesse Winker and Joey Votto both left the yard yesterday. Joey Votto, out of nowhere, has a home run in 4 straight games. Anthony Rizzo, he comes back to tie it up, but then Joey Votto does it again. 5 home runs in his last 4 games, and then he makes a crazy double play in the 3rd inning as Eugenio Suarez hits his 19th home run. He has 54 RBIs. Woo! Oh, he has a 57 OPS plus. That is horrible. I mean, he's been productive, but he's still been terrible. I don't understand baseball stats sometimes. You have Aristides Aquino and Jonathan India making it 7 runs before Patrick Wisdom and Chris Bryant, they both go yard. As Amir Garrett, he shuts it down, and the Reds improve to 6 games back of the wild card. So it's going to be tough, but with those additions to the bullpen and maybe 1 more piece that they're going to pick up for their lineup, maybe. The Tigers and the Twins have been playing a very fun series. You have Mitch Garver hitting a grand slam, and he is quietly having a really good offensive season yet again after he broke out in 2019. He has 11 home runs and an almost 160 OPS plus. And then guess what happens? Akil, the bad man Badu, he doubled in the 1st inning, and then he tacked on another home run. So he joins an exclusive club. Players with 10 home runs, 14 RBIs, and an 800 plus OPS. he's in this category. Absolutely insane what he has done. And Detroit, they have 3 Rookie of the Year candidates between Casey Mize, Akil Baddoo, and this dude, Eric Haas. He ties it on an Oppo Taco Grand Slam, and Miggy, he drives in an RBI to win it as he is 64 base hits away from 3,000. Moving on over to the Rockies versus the Angels. 2 fielders choice make it 2-0 for Colorado. And then Brendan Rodgers, he continues hopefully his breakout season. 415-foot home run. And then the Rockies tack on a few more to make it 6-0. As Sam Hilliard sends one to space, Connor Joe makes it 10-0. And Ohtani, he gives a reason for these fans to stay as Austin Gomber has a 2.08 ERA in his last 2 starts. The Marlins versus the Orioles, I'm going to keep it a buck hundo. I don't know how Sandy Leon hit this ball out. Marte drives an RBI in the 4th. I'm going fast because my camera battery is about to die. Lewin Diaz and Brian Anderson, they both homer as Jesus Aguilar drives an RBI number 72. And then last but not least, Harrison Bader for the Cardinals has been playing like prime Byron Buxton. He has 5 home runs and an almost 400 batting average with great defense in the month of May. J-Ram, he hits a 2-run shot. Do not trade him or I will go be a fan of the Mets. I don't care. I will follow Francisco Lindor or I don't know, J-Ram goes in a trade. Yachty on this cannon completes the double play in the 6th, and Paul DeJong wins it as Dylan Carlson drives in an RBI on a bases loaded walk, and Alex Reyes racks up his 24th save. They are on a 2-game winning streak and 7 games back with the wild card. So that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned. Trades could be happening. Use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek. Peace out.